Is it just me, or do movies not know what the hell they are anymore? You sit yourself down for a sci-fi thriller, and suddenly you're in a young adult vampire love triangle. You want horror? Too bad! You're getting trauma bonding and a musical number. This isn't genre bending. This is genre lost. This is genre dysmorphia.
Rant Cam.
Hi, I'm Mike, DGX's Rant Cam correspondent, and apparently the only guy in the theater still reading the back of the DVD case in his mind, trying to figure out what the hell he just watched. Once upon a time, a movie had one job. Action meant over-the-top unaliving. Comedy meant over-the-top cheese. Horror meant don't go into the basement, are you crazy? Sci-fi meant aliens and robot apocalypse. We all just picked a lane. We suspended our disbelief. We committed. Now, every movie is a genre smoothie, blended until it's beige, and tastes like the algorithm burped. Remember the 80s and 90s? I kinda do. But anyways, horror was horror. Sci-fi was sci-fi. Romance was romance. Unless, of course, it starred Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And then you knew exactly what you were signing up for. You didn't walk into Alien expecting Ripley to have a meet cute with the xenomorph. You also didn't watch Blade Runner waiting for a quirky best friend to show up to give relationship advice. Back then, stories picked a genre, lit a cigarette, and said, "Yeah, it's me, pal. Strap in." Now every film is an emotional hostage situation. You sit down for a dystopian sci-fi epic, boom, suddenly you're watching a coming-of-age romance between two beautiful 22-year-olds who talk like retired philosophers. Or worse, horror movies that spend like 50 minutes explaining emotional trauma and 10 minutes letting the demon do its job. I came for demonic possession. I did not come for a TED Talk about exorcism. I paid thick cash for cosmic dread and addictive popcorn. Not a slow burn about your relationship with your dad. If I wanted therapy, I'd open my inbox. Okay, vampire media? Vampires used to be one-dimensional and terrifying. Now they sparkle. They brood. They date high school students like HR would be totally fine with it. They have feelings. Why? All right, here's what I think happened. Studios discovered the algorithm. And if you don't know what the algorithm is, don't worry. Nobody does. Think of the algorithm like God, only petty. It watches everything you click on, pretends it knows what you want, and then forces studios to make content based on what a middle-aged robot thinks humans enjoy. And the algorithm spake unto them, people like horror, people like romance, people like comedy, young people like coming-of-age drama. Why not give them all of it at once? This is how you get an alien invasion movie that pauses for a ukulele duet. This is also how you get elevated horror, which is really code for we were too chicken to make a real horror movie. It's also how you get a sci-fi thriller with tax subplots. Yes, tax subplots. I've seen movies where the emotional climax is someone filing for bankruptcy. This is not cinema. That's paperwork. And the worst part of all this? The lies. The trailer says pulse-pounding sci-fi adventure. Nope. It's a 4-hour mediation on grief with space lasers sprinkled on top. Terrifying, supernatural thriller. Also nope. It's an indie dramedy where the ghost helps the protagonist find closure. I didn't come here for emotional healing. I came to watch the house haunt somebody. The ghost doesn't need to be your therapist. All right, look. I'm not against creativity. I'm not against a little bit of blending. I'm against confusion. If you're horror, be horror. If you're romance, be romance. If you're sci-fi, don't suddenly drop a meet cute about childhood trauma. Genres are allowed to have boundaries. It's okay. Art is better when it knows what it wants. We all are. Cowbell Corner. All right, here's Dr. Mike's prescription. 1. Stop blending every genre like a content smoothie. Slow down on letting the algorithm make creative choices. Desist. Marketing a movie is one thing, and delivering something else entirely. If I press play on a vampire horror film and someone breaks into a heartfelt ukulele ballad, I'm going to huck my popcorn. This is why we can't have nice entertainment. Cowbell Corner out. All right, if this hit a nerve, good. Tell me in the comments which movie lied to you the most in the trailer. This is Mike, DGX's corresponding, asking, WTF did I just watch? Signing off. Now go walk it off. Talk it off. Turn it off. Just don't pitch me a supernatural thriller about tax audits ever again.